All right, so today I'm going to talk about why a free home valuation doesn't work like it used to. And I get these probably once a month to my house in Melrose. I open up the mail box, it's a postcard. It says something along the lines of, hey, I'm your local, Melrose realtor, and I've sold this, and this house. Call this phone number, go to this website URL, text me here for a free home valuation. A free home valuation has been a call to action that real estate agents have been using since I started. I actually remember getting those postcards in the mail even over 20 years ago, back in 2006. In 2026, that is not a great call to action. And I'm going to tell you what is a better call to action. But first, I want to tell you why that's not a great call to action and why it really probably won't generate almost any business for you. Whether you're doing mailers or whether you're running Facebook ads or even if you're paying for home valuation leads. It's very, very tough in 2026, and there's two reasons for that. The first thing is that every single seller nowadays knows about Zillow. There's almost nobody left really in America that doesn't know what Zillow is. And as we know, being real estate professionals, most sellers believe that Zillow is the end all be all. Like, they believe that that is the value of their house. And in fact, if you had to ask them, if you had a blind poll and you had to ask them, hey, what do you trust more, Zillow or a real estate agent's home valuation? I would bet any amount of money that they would trust Zillow more than a realtor home valuation. And there's a lot of reasons for that. I'm not going to go into detail on that, but I bet you agree with that as well. And the second reason that it's not a great call to action is that most people who fill out those forms aren't really selling. I mean, and I'm saying this, right, because I've used this call to action. I've used companies like Bold Leads, and I've used companies like homevaluations.net. Like, I've done this, so I'm not, just pulling this out of thin air. But when most people fill out that form, in a lot of cases, they truly are just looking for like an email that says, here's your report, here's the value of your house. Most of the people who fill out that form don't call you, they're not interested in calling. And in fact, even if you work those leads for long enough, most of them won't meet with you because in their minds, whether you can agree with this or not, most of them believe they've got a realtor, even if it's somebody that they've got a minimal relationship with. So we've spent I don't know, probably over $100,000 in home valuation leads. And the other thing I want to point out with home valuation leads as well is that the cost has gone way up. Why has the cost gone up? Well, whether you're mailing or you're running a Facebook ad or whether you're running Google pay-per-click, most people, when they see that as a call to action, they're like, I can just go on Zillow and I trust Zillow more and I don't have to talk to a real estate agent, right? So it's not a great home value. It's not a great call to action in 2026. It's not a great way to generate appointments. It's not a great way to generate leads. It's actually a very expensive way to generate bad leads. Like, it used to be a cheap way to generate bad leads. It's now an expensive way to generate bad leads. I've seen Google pay-per-click home valuations run $50 to $100 when they used to be $5-10 back in the day. Again, because people go on Google, they type in what's the value of my house. They want to go to Zillow. They want to go to realtor.com. They want to go to all those sites. So what's a better call to action in 2026? It's the call to action that I've been using for 15 plus years, which I never used necessarily to actually get a listing, but I did use them to get seller appointments, which is the cash offer call to action. Instead of saying, hey, Mr. or Mrs. Seller, let me tell you the value of your house, you're saying, let me make an offer on your home. Making an offer on somebody's home, especially if you're going to buy it directly and you have the ability to buy it directly and there's no commission involved, is going to get you in the door with such a larger percentage of people, okay? Think about it. If I send you a letter or I have an ad on Facebook or Google, and it says, I'll come out and make you an offer. Not tell you what I think your house is worth right now. Can use that's something that's real right now. And it's something that can come without necessarily paying a commission. So that's the other component. We get many appointments with sellers from our marketing efforts where we go out and we meet with the seller and we present them with the cash offer. And they know a realtor. Like, they wouldn't have called if we were just presenting that, hey, we want to come list your house. But we get in the door because they believe that they could potentially sell their house to us for cash without a commission, which if they do accept our offer, they can, right? So it's a much better way to get in the door. It's a way to get in the door it's a way to get in the door a lot of times when somebody knows an agent, kind of like knows them, but doesn't have a very, very strong relationship with them. And then on top of it, like, it's just such a better call to action to get somebody interested. Again, somebody can find out the value of their house on Zillow, on Realtor.com. There's a million different sites for that. Somebody can't get an offer on their house without us coming in person, without us actually meeting with them. And it obviously makes a whole bunch of sense, right? That we have to come to the house, we have to look around the house. We do get people once in a while that will call us or fill out a form on our website and they'll want an offer without us going inside. But anywhere in New England, like from one house to another, the amount of work that a house needs could be $0 to $200,000 plus. So of course it makes logical sense that, oh yeah, of course they need to get into the property, they need to meet with me, etc. So I said a lot there, but I will just kind of summarize it with a couple of things. First, if you are using a home value call to action, you are going to pay a lot of money to get bad leads. If you change that, and if you have the ability to partner with somebody like us, or you actually have the ability to flip on your own, changing that to a cash offer call to action where you can buy their property is going to get you in the door much more often. And that's what a call to action is all about, just getting in the door. What you do, your sales ability, the product that you have to sell, that's a totally different thing, right? But the more that you're in front of people face to face, the better you're going to do. I will be teaching at my upcoming event that you can register for at www.agentinvestorevent.com. I will be teaching how to actually do all of this stuff in 2 minutes or less per day. I'll be going over 25 different ways that you can spend 2 minutes or less per day and generate leads like this. Generate cash offer appointments, whether it be to flip. Of course, if they want retail money, you can turn that into a listing appointment. But register today at www.agentinvestorevent.com. And I strongly encourage you, if you are using home valuations as a marketing tool, to switch to the cash offer call to action. We'll talk more about that at the event. www.agentinvestorevent.com. Last thing I want to mention about the event, we will be going into detail on how we will be giving agents face-to-face seller appointments that they can attend. And if it turns into an acquisition deal where we buy it, we will put up all the money, do all the construction, and split the profits 50-50. This is brand new. We literally just rolled this out last week, and we're going to be talking about how to do that. So again, our company will be generating the face-to-face seller appointment. All that the agent has to do is go out there, attend the appointment, learn how to present the cash offer, and if it turns into a deal, we will put up all the money, do the construction, split the profits 50-50. This should augment the deals that you're already getting and potentially splitting with us. All right, guys, www.agentinvestorevent.com.